Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we're going to take you on a drive on Ocean Boulevard. Ocean Boulevard is Myrtle Beach's main strip here. It's also called Hotel Row. We're going to give you a tour and let you know everything going on that's new. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything in Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. If you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. So as you can see, it is a gorgeous day here in November, and we are going to show you everything that's going on. The big news, which I'll go ahead and talk to you about right away. I don't want to hold you hostage waiting to hear what the big news is. If you don't follow us on YouTube and you're new to our channel, you won't have seen my post. I did post this when it came out in the news. Myrtle Beach has brought back free parking in the off-season. However, it is not the same free parking that they used to have. Used to is basically any city, these beach access like the Blue P on the left, any beach access, city parking was free in the off-season. That is not the case this time. This time it's only between 21st Avenue North and 6th Avenue South. And it started officially November 1st of 2025, but in subsequent years, unless they change it again, it will be basically from the end of October. Let's see the exact date here. The beginning of November through February 28th. And so also I mentioned between 21st Avenue North and 6th Avenue South, but also it's between from east to west. It's between the west boundary is Kings Highway. So that's also known as 17 Business. As you can see, there are not as many people out and about as you'll see during the main season in Myrtle Beach. But the nice thing about Myrtle Beach is most things don't close in the off season. You'll have a couple of restaurants, maybe like a mom and pop type restaurant might close in the off season. Family Kingdom Amusement Park closes in the off season. Obviously, Myrtle Waves Water Park, for very obvious reasons, closes in the off season. This isn't swimming weather. It's really nice weather, but it's not swimming weather. Right now, this week, the temperatures are fantastic. They start out in either the high 40s or low 50s, and then they hit, around 70, low 70s, high 60s during the day. However, it looks like next week, if you're watching this video when it came out, we're going to have some really chilly weather. So we always get questions about that. Should I come in November? What's the weather like? It can be like this. Right now it's exactly 64 degrees and it is 12 noon on the dot. And so it can be beautiful like this, or it can be rainy, or it can be chilly. So it's one of those shoulder months you have to pack everything for. I've got shorts and a t-shirt on right now. I do run warm. So, I mean, you might be chilly in shorts and a t-shirt. I don't know. It depends on where you're from and what your cold tolerance is. But this morning I had a fleece jacket on because it was chilly. It was still in the low 50s when I went out this morning. So it's one of those wear layers, bring layers, and pack both for chilly weather and for warm weather. Now, you don't have to worry about anything like snow or sustained cold weather. We don't get anything like that this time of the year. The only time it gets really, really cold and stays that way is really January, February, sometimes early March. So you see some people sitting out here enjoying lunch outside. So, I mean, that's how nice the weather is today. We did have that crazy big snow, so I've had a lot of people asking me, is that normal? No, it is not. That is the most, if you missed our snow video, definitely check that out on our channel. If you want to find anything on our channel, just go to Carmen and Brian and then put in the topic like big snow or snow Myrtle Beach, and it will come right up and you can watch that on YouTube. But that was unusual. That was the most snow this area had seen since 1989. So it's been a really long time. We're right now in the most central boardwalk area. So to our left is the boardwalk and the ocean. We're right at the point where all the Ripley's attractions, the Gay Dolphin, other gift shops, Funplex, Peach's Corner, all those iconic parts of the Myrtle Beach area are right here in this section. And so a lot of people think of this as Central Myrtle Beach. It's also called Downtown Myrtle Beach sometimes. It's referred to as. If you look to the right side, that is where the old Pavilion Amusement Park used to be. To the left is the boardwalk, and you've got the volleyball reports. We did bring to you that they were supposed to do some development in that lot for where the Pavilion Amusement Park used to be, but now that seems to be on hold. We haven't seen any new news on that. In fact, I've heard it's sort of gone away. I don't think that is going to happen. Also, this person crossing the street in front of us in yellow, that is a Myrtle Beach ambassador. They do pick up trash and stuff, which is what she's doing with the claw, but they also can answer questions and help you out. So if you're here, look for those bright yellow outfits. They can answer your questions about the Myrtle Beach area. That's a good thing to know while you're here visiting if you're from out of town. By the way, when is your next trip to Myrtle Beach? Let us know in the comments below. If you're not familiar with us, definitely check out the other videos on our channel because we have videos for everything. I actually had someone leave us a comment recently saying that they're like, every time I think of something I need to know about Myrtle Beach, I just look it up on your channel. Thank you for the kind comment, by the way, and I can find it. So we cover everything. Like if you're curious about Thanksgiving, if you're curious about Christmas here, just about any topic you can think of, we cover it, and we give tours of everything around the area, both inside and outdoor activities. So you can check that out for us. And we do some restaurants, and we do some hotels, but that's definitely not our focus. As you can imagine, hotels are expensive, and so that's not something that's really sustainable for us to do all the time. But we do put a hotel video out once in a while as well. And you can definitely check tripadvisor.com if you're looking for hotel recommendations. That's what we always do when we go out of town, so we definitely recommend looking into that. Also, if you're finding this video helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up. We appreciate that. It helps other people find our videos, so that really does help out. And they've been removing, if you're seeing the demolition, the city has been removing some old hotels. The city has purchased the hotels and then demolished them, and eventually there will be hopefully new development there. Over to the left is the Wicked Tuna and the 2nd Avenue Pier, and that is still the Boardwalk area. Our Boardwalk's actually 1.2 miles. It's longer than you might think, and they are talking about expanding it. There's 2 new hotels that are coming. We've actually already passed their area, and there's no construction to look at this point, or I would have showed it to you, but the Margaritaville Resort is still in the planning stages, but that they're planning to put a Margaritaville Resort in here on the main strip. And I'm not talking about the one in North Myrtle Beach. They're actually putting, that's the Compass Resort in North Myrtle Beach, but they're actually doing a Margaritaville here. And then there's also going to be a Hilton Grand Vacations property, new hotel built here. So there is new development with hotels, and we will keep you posted if anything newer than that is announced. Over to the Wright's Family Kingdom that I mentioned earlier, we do have a video on that if you're interested. Like I said, they are closed down for the off season, but they will open up next spring. Again, they do all their maintenance during the off season, and it's a pretty good sized park. It's definitely kid friendly, lots of kid rides. There's less rides for adults, but Brian and I spent a day there and had a great time. There's a log flume, there's a wooden roller coaster, there's a really funny sort of shoot 'em up haunted house-ish type thing. It's not scary, it's just a fun thing to do. So all kinds of fun things to do in there in that park. Now, if you're looking for other rides, Broadway at the Beach has rides, and they do keep their rides open on and off in the off season. Not trying to be confusing there, but you need to check their website. It depends on whether it's a busy weekend, that kind of thing in the off season. And on season, they have the rides going pretty much all the time, but in the off season, you definitely want to check their website. Over to the left is the Captain's Quarters. They are still working to repair from the fire damage, but they are also improving and expanding the front. They're putting sort of a new facade on the front. So that's going to look really nice when they're done. A lot of you keep asking me when they're going to reopen their bowling alley. I don't know, but we'll keep you posted anytime we hear anything about that. So Myrtle Beach does have its own airport. If you can see that plane in the distance, that may not show up on the film. And it is Myrtle Beach International Airport. The international part, though, is Canada. It does not go overseas, so to speak. It's more of a what I consider domestic international, if you will, because I consider Canada as like part of us. We're all North America, but they do have a really nice airport. And again, we have a video of that too if you'd like to see the airport. It is a nice airport here, even if it's small. And then this breezeway across here is the Landmark Hotel, and they are saying they're going to have a second breezeway with that Margaritaville resort that I mentioned. So that'll be interesting, and that's further north than where we are. We did pass the area that they were going to build it. Wow, that was close. I don't know if you guys could see that on the video. That car was going to run right into us. Thankfully, they stopped at the last minute. There's not a lot of traffic, so I don't know why they're in a big hurry. There's plenty of open space here to drive in. By the way, if you're still hanging in there in this video and you're worried about our speed, we always go the speed limit or below. We get a lot of comments that we're going too fast, but we can't hold up traffic, and so we always go the speed limit or below in these videos. We never, go too fast or speed in these videos. It's the camera that makes it look like it's going by faster because it's a fisheye lens camera. If you're one of those people, you probably aren't still watching at this point anyway. I don't think those people like the speed of the video. Now, if you are looking for a slower video, we have a lot of biking tour videos, including this road, where we give you a tour on a bicycle. And that is not an e-bike, it's a manual bike. And so that's at a nice slow speed. So definitely check those out. Again, you can search for those on our channel if you're interested in a much slower pace, because I am not a fast biker. So you'll get a nice slow, probably 10 mile per hour, give or take, a little tour of the area. Now we are to the south end of Hotel Row, and there's a lot of nice hotels both on the north and the south end, so it's really just personal preference. Towards the north, you're going to be closer to the Boardwalk and the main central parts of Myrtle Beach. To the south is a little bit quieter, but you're closer to the airport, so if you don't want to hear helicopters and that kind of thing, you might not like the southmost end, because they do have helicopter tours here and stuff. This time of the year, you're not going to have a ton of those. They're not going to be going nonstop, but in the summer, you do have just sort of nonstop helicopters going by, so that might bother you if you're sensitive to that kind of noise. This Residence Inn to the left, we actually have 2 videos on. We have stayed there a couple of times. We have stayed oceanfront, and we have also stayed Ocean View, and that was kind of interesting because you could see the ocean, but you could also watch Ocean Boulevard, which was pretty entertaining at night. We had a good time. Both views were great, actually, in our opinion, and the ocean view's cheaper. So if you're looking to save a little money, that's definitely an option. But we really enjoy that hotel. It's definitely worth checking out our videos if you're interested. It is not cheap, especially during the summer. Off season, it's not too bad. Depends on what your definition of bad is. But also this hotel straight ahead, not the one over to the left, but the one that almost is straight in front of us. It is on the left side of the road, right past Damon's. That is the Holiday Inn Club Vacations, and we had family stay there in a 2-bedroom, and we have a tour of the 2-bedroom villa. That's what they call them there, is a villa. So you can definitely check that out on our channel as well. And we also have a video of Damon's. If you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.